On the top, you have 2 plus 3, that's 5. Squared is 25, times 3 is 75. This is 18 minus 13, which is 5. So now you have 75 over 5. And then 3 minus 1 is 2, squared is 4, times 4 is 16. 75 over 5 is 15, plus 16 should be 31. Answer on that one should be 1.
It's easier if you...
On this part here, this is 15 over 5, so that should have been 3. And this is 18 over 6, so that's 3. And 9 minus 3 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So if you add all three of them up, you should get 9. The winning number today is 5. Seven here, 6 have it, so it's 86%. Here are the answers. The first one, you have 4 cars. The first one is x plus 32. The second one is x plus 16. The third one is x plus 20. And the fourth one is x, because it's the one that's not mentioned any other times other than car 1 goes 32 more than car 4. So you have 4 x's. 32, 16, and 20 is 288. And, or no, 32, 16, and 20 is 68. The total was 288, so it's on the right. Move this over to the right, make it minus. End up with 220. Divide by 4 to get 54. But it's asking for car 2 and car 4, the difference between those two. So car 2, any questions about that problem? If you have any questions, just ask. Yeah.
Like on car 2 and car 4, somehow I got 71 and 55. I still got 16.
71 and 55. Well, let's see. Did you have x plus 16 for car 2?
Yeah.
And you had x for this one?
I have 55.
Oh, 55. I'll snap pictures of these as I go. Use those for the website. Any other questions about that problem? Yep.
Also, I got 49.
49 for your x?
Yep.
Did you have x plus 32?
Yeah.
And x plus 16?
Yeah.
X plus 20?
No, I didn't have that. I had like X times 4 or something.
Oh, okay, so that's where it's at. That one's the one that's off, because car 3 went 4 more miles than car 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so car 2 already had a 16. If you add 4 to it, you got a 20. All right. Any questions about that problem? All right. All right, 3 toy machines, so it should be 1, 2, and 3. And the total money in all machines is $43, but you're given the amount in quarters in all of the problems. So you have to convert the quarters, 43, into how many quarters $43 would be. And that would be 172 quarters. Because you can't set quarters equal to dollars. You'd have to have the same unit all the way through. So the first has 25 more than the third, so x plus 25 for 1 and x for 3, and the second has 13 less than the first, so that's why this one is x plus 12. So you would have 3x plus 37 equals 172, and 172 minus 37 would leave you with 135. If you divide that by 3, you end up with 45. Now that's 45 for the second machine. or not for the second machine, that's for the third right here. That was x. So you have to put the 45 in for the second machine, which is x plus 12. And that'll be 45 plus 12, which is 57. And if you divide 57 by 4, you'll come up with $14.25. The quotient of 36, so 36 on top, x plus 4 on the bottom, of the sum of a number and 4. All of that is equal to 4. What number do I divide 36 by to come up with a 4? 9. So x plus 4 must give us a 9. X plus 4 equals 9. What do I add to 4 to get 9? Answer would be 5. 4 salesmen, and they're selling phones. Alright, so the first sold 5 more than the second. So the second one is x. First one is x plus 5. The third sold 4 less than the first. The first is x plus 5, 4 less is x plus 1. And then the fourth sold 10 more than the third. Here's the third. Add 10 to that to get the 11. 4 x's, and you have 5, 1, and 11. That's 17. Total is 65. Subtract 17 from 65 to get 48. Divide by 4 to get 12. And it says if a salesman gets a bonus for selling more than 14 phones, then which salesman earned the bonus, if any? So if you go back and pop in 12 for each of these, this one earned 17. This one is just x, that's 12. This one would be 13, and this one would be 23. So we have this one and this one that are greater than 14. So salesman 1 and salesman 4 earned the bonus. There we go. Creating equations, we're still doing the same thing, and we're concentrating on include equations arising from linear items and in one variable. So example 1, 4 people are in an apple picking contest. So immediately you should label off 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first has 13 more than the fourth. The second has 10 less than the first. The third has 5 more than the second. All of their apples added together is 132. If a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those with more than 30 apples, then who earned the bonus and how much money did they earn? So we'll lower this down and start writing. 4 people, so you should do this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first has 13 more than the fourth. What does that tell us?
X plus 13.
4 is x.
4 is x, and the first is x plus 13. Alright, the second has 10 less than the first. So here's the first, and if the third or the second has 10 less, what does the expression become now? X plus 13 minus 10. Can we simplify this part?
Yeah.
And make it a what? Make it a 3. So it would be x plus 3. And then the third has 5 more than the second. So here's the second, x plus 3. And the third has 5 more. So what expression can I use for the third one? X plus 8, right, 3 plus 5. And the total is 132. Alright, how many x's are in the problem?
4.
We have 4. And now we need 13 plus 3 is 16, plus 8 is 24. What do I do next to solve this equation? Yeah. Subtract 24 from 132. That's right. What is 132 minus 24? 108. What do I do to the 108 now? Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. What do I do to 108? Yeah.
Divide by 4.
Divide by 4. So 108 divided by 4 is what?
27.
27. Okay, so 27 is going to be X, and X is the fourth one. Now, since we have to go through and see who's earned a bonus, you're going to have to go through here and start figuring out what everybody had. So on person 1 is X plus 13. If I put in a 27 there for X, how many apples did person 1 have? 40. And for the second one, that is X plus 3. If I put a 27 in, what do I get? 30. The third one is X plus 8. If I put 27 in, what do I get? 35. The fourth one just happened to be X. So that is 27. Alright, now don't forget this part of the problem. I'll zoom in here. If a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those with more than 30 apples, then who earned the bonus and how much money did they earn? Alright, who earned the bonus? Who had more than 30 apples? 1, 3, and that's it. Person 2 missed out because it has to be more than 30. What should we do to the 40 apples that person 1 has? Yes.
Do 40 minus 30, and then divide, and then multiply 10 by 1.75.
Well, does the bonus say that it's only on the apples over 30?
More than 30 apples.
It says a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those with more than 30 apples. Does it say the bonus only applies to the apples over 30, though? To get the bonus, you have to have more than 30 apples. But it says if a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those, it's those with more than 30 apples. It doesn't say they only get the bonus on the apples over 30. So you could multiply the whole set of apples by $1.75. We'd have to, so on person 1, you're going to have to multiply 40 by $1.75. What is 40 times $1.75? Say it again. $70. Okay, $70. And then person 3, you'll have to do 35 times 175. And how much money is that? 65.25? 61.25? Okay, 61.25. So your two final answers are here and here, $70 and $61.25. So don't forget, you have to make sure you read word for word the part of the problem that's asking for the answer. If a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those with more than 30 apples, that's how they qualify for it. So you would have to multiply it by all of their apples. If it would have said, if a bonus of $1.75, oh, you're right, you know what, I'm wrong, you're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even read my own problem. I generated this from scratch. But if a bonus of $1.75 per apple, see, even I didn't see the per apple. You're right, that's my fault. We need to fix that. So instead of multiplying by 40 on the first person, you're multiplying by how much? 10. Yeah, that's right. It is $1.75 per apple. You know what? I don't know. I think I'm right the first time. I just read it wrong the second. I think we're right. I think it still should be 40. Having a rough morning, I guess. Yeah, if a bonus of $1.75 per apple is given to those with, yeah, it's still right the first time. It's right. 40 times $1.75 and 35 times $1.75. So we're good. You almost had me going there. But it is $70.6125. The problem is 13 less than the quantity squared of a number plus 7. All of that's equal to 87. If you move this over to the right and add it to 87, you end up with a 100. So then you have to think, what number do I square to get 100? And some of you put 10, and that's right, but it's not the answer to the problem. You have to do x plus 7. So the answer would be 3.